of this video is to show those students in the online Python course how to do your work. I'm going to show downloading the zips from course content for Chapter 1, and then how I recommend using Python, in particular the use of idle, for helping you to create these various programming assignments. So the first thing, over in course content, let's download these zips. Now when you download them from Windows, you'll need to extract the zips. They'll be in your downloads. I'm using Safari here on the Mac, and Safari just automatically runs the program to extract them. But make certain that you extract. Here is the Chapter 1 zip. It's got the PowerPoint presentation in it, the Chapter 1 source code. Here's that chaos program that's mentioned in the reading. So if I back up, this folder represents my solutions to the homework, and what I want you to pay attention to here is how I've got things organized. I've got folders for each of the projects, and inside you see a .py file, which is a Python program or a script file, and then a screenshot showing me testing the project out. Okay. All right, so to get started, what I'd like for you to do is create a folder with a name like the following. Chapter 1 homework. I'm going to go ahead and put a little tag on it so we can draw attention to it, a little color tag. Put your name and the name of the project, and then inside of this we need to place a document that has your answers to the review questions. So Word would be a good choice for doing that. So just open up a blank document. And then to save this to the proper folder. So I've got it in downloads. There's the folder. Just save it. And of course you're going to want to put your answers to the true, false, and the multiple choice. So that's inside of this folder. There's your Word document. Next, I'll show inside of this folder, I'll show the creation of the project. So the first programming exercise I ask you to do is the interactive, it's on page 24. Is an interactive Python session. So open up Python idle. You see here on the dock I've got idle here. So here's our shell. So at the shell we can type in these commands, these statements. Press return. And see how they work. But and this is how most of the students who've been turning in homework so far, this is how they've done it. That is from the shell. And the shell is a neat little trick here in idle, but I actually don't particularly like it for creating these Python programs. Instead, I prefer that you create what's called a script file. And the way to do that in idle is you choose File, New File, and that allows you to create a script or a program which you can then save and you can run. So what I have been doing in these is writing at the top with the hashtag or the pound. This is a remark. I'll put my name and maybe a comment. This is the Chapter 1 homework. And then here you do a file, save. Save it. Now you can close idle. Here's the key. So here's my homework directory tree or folders, PythonCh1HW, Fred Richard, and then inside of the interactive Python, now we have a .py file in here called untitled.py. I'm going to rename this, change the name. I'll call this just a generic name. I'm going to call it main. But here's the key thing. If you select one of these .py files from your Find or your File Manager, then right-click and choose Open with Idle. It comes back inside of the Programmer's Editor there in Idle. And here's the really neat thing. You're going to have a menu called Run, which allows you to run that module at the shell. And there it is. This is the key to understanding. Use the File New, which is the Programmer's Editor, to create these various projects. Next, I want you to do a screenshot. On the Mac, the best way to make a rectangular region screenshot on your desktop is to hold down the Command Shift 4. Notice your cursor changes. You can then do the following. The screenshot is put on your desktop as a PNG. Just drag it to the folder, and there it is. Of course, in Windows, the easiest technique to make a screenshot is with the snipping tool. Okay, that's basically it. You just repeat this project for the next one. I'll do that quickly. So create a new, this one is the chaos program. So if I go to the chapter 1 zip under the source code, there's the chaos. So you don't have to retype this. Just do a copy of it and then locate your homework and then paste it. Then right click, open with idle. And then from here you can run it. So it says to enter in a value. In the book they show entering in 0.25, and there it is. So you could do a screenshot there if you wanted. Okay, that's basically